Hey everyone, Depressed Dior here with another game on Tabletop Simulator. This game is called Bullet, I believe. Let's make sure. Bullet Shoot 'em Up Puzzle Action. They had a Kickstarter for this. I went ahead and backed it because it seemed pretty interesting. It seemed to be, as the name implies, it's supposed to be kind of like a bullet hell game. What it plays out very much like is kind of like Tetris Attack, or I guess Puyo Puyo Tetris, or what is it, Kirby's Avalanche, those types of games where you're just solving your own puzzle, and as you're solving your side of the puzzle, it throws things on your opponent's side, and they have to deal with that stuff and all that junk until they get overwhelmed. So that's kind of how it plays out as. There is a single player mode where you can fight against bosses. For this run, I'm going to go ahead and just do 4 players. Now, something to note about this game, I guess the intended way to play is asynchronous turns and with a time limit. Obviously, I can't really do that by myself. Also, to do that, you kind of have to have a group that's one, familiar with the rules of the game, and our friends, because I wouldn't trust strangers to be honest about how they solve their screen. But for this, for people that are learning the game, it is recommended to not bother with the time limits and just kind of, if necessary, go by turn, just to make sure everyone's kind of doing it correctly. But the way it generally works is you're pulling out pieces that you're filling this board up with, and as you're filling the board up with, they're going to get pushed down further and further until it reaches this bar here, and every time a piece reaches a bullet reaches this part here, it moves to the left and fills in one of these heart things. If all of your hearts are filled, you are defeated. It's essentially a last man standing type gameplay, though if you do get all the way to the end of the rounds, there is another way of doing like tiebreakers and things like that. I think some of the ways is like based off how many bullets somebody has or something like that, or I think it might go into like just a immediate sudden death or something along those lines. Anyway, I haven't actually played the game myself yet. This will be my first time, but I have seen it played. I've been watching some videos. They've been doing some live streams and all that, which is pretty cool. That makes it a bit more interesting. Definitely a thing that kind of stands out is each of the characters. Also, the module here is really well made. For the most part, it has a very... the character sheets themselves, you can actually just switch them by switching states. Generally the way it works is the card on the opposite side has essentially the boss version. But for this, all we need is we can just change whatever we want it to be. We can be like, all right, we're now this person, things like that. I guess technically it also means you can play as the same character if you really want to, but I don't think that's intended. So yeah, as always, I want to give props to the people that made this game, also allowing the module to come up as well on Tabletop Simulator. I definitely like it when these board game creators embrace the digital tabletop scene, because it definitely, for me, it makes it a lot easier to play with other people, or just play by myself, or set up the board and clean up and all that. It's a lot easier when it's all digital. I understand the reluctance because of obviously like piracy and things like that, but I think honestly more people get interested in the game if they actually have a chance to go in and try it themselves. I mean, I backed it. I'm going to get the physical copy one way or the other. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing 4 players. I was kind of tempted to do less because honestly there's a lot to go through, but honestly there's so many unique characters here that I really kind of want to show off as many as possible. So I went ahead and by default, I had these 4 characters. There's a bunch of other ones that you can mess with, but just to kind of show off. So this character, Adelheid Beckenbauer, however you should pronounce it, her special ability is known as tuning. She can make it so she can treat face-down bullets as anything, which gives her a lot of flexibility for how to form patterns and clear out bullets, which I'll talk more about later. As for Cova is probably one of the more normal players. Her special ability is she gets a hand size of 4. So each of the characters will have a hand filled with patterns, and they can play those patterns if they meet the requirements for certain patterns. They can play it from their hand. So with Cova, that means usually the hand size is 3. With her, she actually has an extra card that she can play around with during her turn. Marielle Martin, her special ability is during setup, she puts a Marielle marker on any space in your site. The site, by the way, is this area here in the middle with the 5 columns. that is your sight. All right. So Marielle counts as a bullet with no color or number. When Marielle would be removed from your sight, put it in any empty space. So essentially, she kind of has this free bullet floating around that she can kind of just do as she pleases with. And then there's Ling Ling Zhao, who has the ability called Calculating. Let's see. So first thing to notice, a plus sign is not a requirement. When you use a pattern, add the numbers of the bullets in this the plus spaces and do the following. And if depending on how much how big the number is for the total, you can just clear out other bullets that are outside the pattern. Well, something to note is 6 through 9 is you clear out 2 for outside the pattern. 10 through 12 is 3 bullets outside the pattern, and then 13 plus is 3 bullets that are inside the pattern. So it's kind of very, very mathematical for this particular character. Anyway, there is a handy-dandy little rulebook here, which I will be referencing. So for setup, each player chooses a heron, which I've already done, and there are corresponding actions and places a sight between them to form the board, which this is all already done for me. Take an AP tracker and place it on the highest space of the AP track. The AP track is right here. So at the top, this is the AP marker. Also, just for this, the site, obviously we talked about the site. The thing over here is your actions. This is your action area. You have 5 initially. The number represents how much AP it costs to activate, and then the ones with the stars is what you get if you ever clear out a bolt that has a star on it, which we'll deal with as we go along. Take all patterns associated with your heron and shuffle them and form a face-down deck. Then draw 3 and put them face up in front of you below your board. These face-up patterns in front of you form your hand. All right. So if we go in here, we have specific decks for every character. So let's see. We need Adelheid. Esper. Not sure why it comes out sideways, but that's okay. Can I flip this? Yes, I can. We'll do this. And then Marielle. In fact, let's put this on the other side, just for posterity. And then Ling Ling. Okay, and then it said the shuffle. All right, all decks shuffled. Draw 3. There are hands, but I don't want to actually activate those. So let's just say turn off. Okay, thank you. It would just get in the way, but generally you have a hand, so players won't see your hand. I don't think it really matters if players see your hand, to be honest, but that's okay. Their hand size is 4. I don't know if you actually draw a 4th card with Esper. I'm assuming you don't. Anyway, we'll deal with the pattern cards in a second. So take all the patterns, blah blah blah. These they're face up. So yeah, in front of you, below your board. Okay, so yeah, people can see your patterns. It doesn't matter because you don't actually usually have any active influence to it. And there is cooperative play where you can actually help each other do their patterns. Perform any additional setup your heroine may have as part of their unique ability. All right, so Marielle gets a marker. I don't really know where to put her, to be honest. It is kind of dangerous because this thing does count as a bullet, which means it fills up faster wherever I put it. But I'll put it right there for now. Actually, I'll put it right there, just right in the middle. All right, give me one moment. All right, put all bullets into the center and shuffle it. Then draw 10 bullets from the center into each heroine's current. Place each heroine's current in the current space above their sight. All right. So here are the bullets. Just to kind of show it off, there are the bullets. So there are the numbers go from 1 to 4, and there's 5 colors, and then some of them have these little stars on them. So, all right, shuffle, 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 and then we're going to draw. Is there a way to do this better? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. That's easier to do. We'll do it this way then. Let's lock you so you're not moving around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the current is this little bag that's in front of each character. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many I picked up there. I picked up 8, so 2 more. Alright, so all of them should have 10s. Yep. And then I believe you shuffle these bags as well, so I'll just shuffle them once to call it good. Alright. It shouldn't really matter because I am drawing from a shuffle already. But just in case. Alright, place a tracker on the leftmost space of the intensity track. That is this track here. It's right now on the leftmost. Alright, and then shuffle the power-up deck and place it in the middle of the table face down. Draw power-ups from the deck equals the number of heroines and place them face up below the deck. Alright, here's the power-up deck. 1, 2. So these can actually be added to your board. That's why there's blank spaces for your actions. Alright, let's see. Okay. Set a timer for 3 minutes. If this is your first game, we recommend not using the timer. You can find music timers for each heroine at... oh, music timers. That's interesting. Alright. And so that is all of that. So here's our gameplay. It's supposed to be simultaneous. We're not going to do it. You may play... This is what you can do during your action phase. You can place a bullet, use actions, use patterns, and use power-ups. In any order, as many times as you're able. Now, if you ever run out of time... If you're playing it timed and the timer runs out, the only action you can do once the timer runs out is place bullets, and you cannot end your turn until all the bullets in your current have been placed on, have been dealt with essentially. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and start with Adelheid. Actually, we'll start with Esper because she's the most normal. So all right, so all we have to do is place bullets, use actions, use power patterns, and use power-ups. Now, one thing I want to check. Use patterns. Yeah. End phase. Okay, so yeah, you can draw new patterns up to your hand size. Take a power up from the middle of the table. Okay, so at the beginning, Esther only has 3 patterns, but she will be able to draw another. She'll draw up to her full hand size afterwards. Alright, so with that, actually, just making sure I did that right. So, yeah, it says draw 3, right? Draw 3 and put them, yeah, that's what it says. So, yeah, I will go by rules as written. Alright, yeah, so just something to note, a heroine cannot enter the end phase until they have placed all bullets in their current. So there you go. Once everyone has done their action, finished their action phase, and done their end phase, the cleanup phase will occur, and that's when the next round starts. So, with all that said, we'll start with, like I said, we'll start with Esper. So, there's nothing on the board, just something to note. Each character might have slightly different actions. So, I can spend an AP to move a bullet left, right, or down. I can spend 2 to draw a pattern. I can spend 2 to move a bullet upwards, which is something that's unique. And then I could spend 2 to move down a bullet as many spaces as I like. And then the stars will give her back an action point. Alright, so let's just start with some placing of some bullets. We'll get to the patterns in a little bit. So, flip. So the way this works is you go by the color. So this one is pink, which means it goes over here. And then it goes down a number of spaces equals to the number. So this one's a 4. Obviously, higher numbers are more dangerous because they run down the board very quickly. There's a 2. That's a blue 2. 3 green 3. 2 yellow. 1 red. 2 yellow. So the way this is going to work is going to go 1, skip over that bullet, then go 2. 1 blue, a 3, so 1, 2, 3, so that gets a bit dangerous there. Alright, so if I get a yellow 4, it would go all the way down the board at this point, and I would lose a life at that point. So let's see what we got to play around with. So each of these, we got, the way this works, there is a key for this, I think, somewhere. Here it is, thank you. So, pattern reference, a empty circle is any bullet of any type, any color or number. If it has a color, you have to match that color. If it has a number, you have to match that number. The crossed out has to be an empty space, and then equal has to be same number. And then the little star-shaped symbol at the bottom is what bullets get cleared if you complete the pattern. So for this one, all I need is 3 bullets in a row, and nothing on the far left, on the left side of it, and that'll be enough to clear it. All right. Also, just something to note about these patterns: you can't flip them or rotate them or anything like that, so you're stuck with what you got. All right. So any bullet has to be equal. Okay, so this one is they have to have the same number, and then it clears out the bullets, and that is mentioned. So for example, these are the same number here. I could play Graviton Curtain and just clear out these 2 bullets here. It's not the most efficient thing, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So one thing I want to go ahead and do is take a look at using patterns. All right, clear all bullets. For this pattern, the requirements on the left, the pattern would clear 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. Right. Okay. As there's no bottom. Okay. I'm just reading these examples here. Give me a moment. Okay. I think I understand everything. So what I can do, actually, before I play a card, is I could activate. Okay, I think I understand. So before I do anything like playing a pattern, let's go ahead and maximize this as much as possible. So when moving bullets around using these actions here, you cannot move a bullet on top of another bullet, but you can chain movements together. So for example, if I want to get below this bullet here, I can just spend 2 AP, which is what I'm going to do right now, and move this down 2. Or I could activate this one here where it moves any distance, but that's all I really need there. So with that, since I have 2s that are equal here, I can do Graviton Curtain, which I will go ahead and play. We'll play it right here as our discard. When you play a card, you discard it, or play a pattern, you have to discard it. And then with that, these get removed. You do keep track of these. Also, anytime you clear out a star, you activate one of these star abilities. Esper only has one ability, which is gain 1 action point, so she'll gain 1 action point back. And there we go. So we're back into a reasonable shape again. So I'm going to go ahead and play the remaining 2 bullets that are in here. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last one is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've dealt with everything in my current, so she is good to go on that front. But I can still spend my AP and play patterns. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this as best as possible. Now, just like Puyo Puyo or Kirby's Avalanche or Tetris Attack, some people will like to build up their bullets as much as possible, then do a bunch of patterns, and then throw everything at their opponent. So that is an option. So I could do that if I want to. For right now, though, I don't really need to. So a few things I could do here. So the biggest issue is this stuff here, this junk here that I don't exactly want. But, okay, I think I can do something with this. So I will spend an AP to move this down 1. Spend another AP to move this over 1. And we'll go ahead and play 190 million gigahertz collider, or gig collider. There's nothing on the far left, and then it deletes these three. There is one star, so I'll get one thing back, and that'll take care of this, like so. Alright, all I have left is some points here. I could draw some patterns if I want to, if I really want to play around with that. I'm not going to at this point. But what I can do is kind of just try to organize things on over here as best as possible. If the circle... You know what? I will spend 2 to draw a pattern. See if there's anything else I can play around with. Nothing too special there. Spend another 2 to draw another pattern. Okay. Alright, and that's pretty much it. There's not much else I could play around with. I'll go ahead and spend the last AP just to move this down 1. And we can do something with that later. Actually... Yeah, that's fine. We'll go down 1. To be honest, I probably should move to try to meet some of these patterns ahead of time, but that's fine. Alright, so with all that said and done, I can go ahead and have her end her phase. Take a power up from the middle of the table to indicate that your action is over. So the main benefit of doing this, the asynchronous here, is that if you finish first, you get to pick whatever you want. From your site to the center. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is... So this one's interesting because it just throws it back to the center. This one here clears a bullet and it'll get thrown at the next opponent. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. Alright, so that takes care of her. Sorry if it was a little slow. Like I said, I'm kind of learning it as I go. Alright, so let's go ahead and deal with Marielle as quickly as possible. So, a pink. Blue, another pink, a red, another blue, another pink. Alright, so pink is getting a little dangerous there. So what we got to play with? We got Papercraft A-Bomb. Not exactly in the best situation. Oh, let's look at her abilities too. She can move... Okay, so I can spend 1 to move Marielle wherever I want. That's really useful. And then there's clear a bullet orthogonally adjacent to Marielle, which is pretty cool as well. So I can kind of just... So essentially she's pretty much like a bullet hell where I can move her around and deal with things that way. So Papercraft Bullet Train here. And she can't move bullets up or anything like that, so that's a thing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll spend 1 to move her. Anywhere I want, which I'll move her here. Spend 1 to move this bullet down. Spend another 2 to move this bullet over. Alright, so with this, I meet the requirements for this one. I can have any bullet, which includes Marielle, and nothing below those 2 particular bullets, and then I can clear out these 3. So I will clear out these 3. Oh, as for the bullets here that have been cleared, we don't need to worry about those just yet. That's during the cleanup phase. Alright, so we played that card. So let's put it here. I'll move this up there. Alright. Okay, so now that that's been taken care of, let's keep drawing. 3. 1. 2. Alright, some more trouble there. I don't really have a lot of points to play around with, unfortunately. I didn't get a star back from that. Alright. Let's go ahead and draw the last one, see what we get. Okay, so 3 there. Okay, so I've taken care of all the bullets. That's the good news. Bad news is everything else. Alright. So the question is how do I want to handle this? Alright, I'm just going to spend 1 to move this over. And then I'll spend the last 2 to get this down to here. And that'll be it for her. Sorry about that, I had to cut it off for a second. So with all that, yeah. So with that, also I think I'm supposed to draw cards at the end of the phase. Draw new patterns up to your hand size. Yeah, so I actually need to draw a card for Esper here. And then for Marielle here, I'm just going to grab the return bullets to the center. And then she'll draw a card here. And that'll be it for her. Okay. Next is Ling Ling. Alright, just like before, we just draw and deal with things in order. So, 3, 2, 2, 1, 4. Okay. What can we do? So I can... Okay. So I have a few options here to play around with. So I can go to 7, 10. Okay, I can work with that. So I'm going to spend an AP to go ahead and move this over 1. Spend another AP to move this over 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Repulsion Ray. Alright, so everything in a diagonal I add together, and we'll do the calculating for. So there's 4, 3, 3, 2. So that's a total of 4, 7, 10, 12. With a 12, I clear 3 bullets that are outside this pattern. So I will clear out these 3 bullets. Okay. And then I'll continue drawing. 1, 2. 1 red. And then a yellow, which goes here. And that's all of her bullets. Okay. With all that... So you move a bullet, spaces in any direction equal to the number. Okay, that's interesting. All right. So I need equal numbers here. That'll cost me 2. And then another 2 there. I think that's going to be... I mean, I would like to go ahead and move some stuff around at the very least. Yeah, I would like to do that. So, yeah, let's do 3, 6, 8. Alright, I'll spend 1 AP to go ahead and move this over 1. Then spend another AP to move this down, another to move down, another to move down, or over now. And then I'll go ahead and play Silogram Bullet version 1.2.2. And essentially I have to have any bullet and then the top and then the 3 above it I add together. So this will be a total of 8, which means I clear 2 bullets outside the pattern. So I'm going to clear out 4, and 2. And that'll get me back 1 AP, which I'm going to go ahead and use an AP to go ahead and just move this over 1. Move this over 1, and then I'm going to use this to move this over 1, just to kind of clear out the bullets a little bit and spread them out. Alright, that takes care of her. Let's go ahead and grab her power-up, draw a pattern from the top of the discard. Okay, these are both the same card, same ability, so I'll just use that. Alright, and then draw. Alright, and then our last one is Adelheid here. 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. Alright, what do we got to play around with? So Beethoven there would be nice if I can get it to work. Alright, so I'll spend 1 AP. Her special ability is she can actually move a bullet 1 space diagonally. It's either that. Alright, let's yeah, I'll go ahead and move this 1 space diagonally like that. And then I can go ahead and no, that's not useful to me. Alright, I just need to get these things out of the way, to be honest. So you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and just move this 1 space diagonal, and then I'll keep drawing. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, well now I'm in other danger. Okay. Alright, I'm going to spend 1 to move this piece diagonal. Move this down 2. And then I'll go ahead and move another 2 spaces down. And then I'll go ahead and play Beethoven. So centerpiece had to be a 3, so I did. And then I'll go ahead and get rid of these 2. There are 2 stars there, so I'll go ahead and activate the thing twice. I could flip some bullets face down. I'm not really that concerned about that right now. And then let's go ahead and draw last 2 bullets. 3, so that puts that there. Alright. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to activate the move diagonal. And then I'll activate move it down 1. And then play Catalyst Chord. So I had to have a green here, and then I have to have something in the middle and the middle row here, and then it deletes these 3 here. And one of those was a star, so she'll get back 1 AP. Or I could flip a bullet. I'm just going to get the AP for now. I don't really need to worry about the other stuff. And then I have 1 more bullet, and that goes there. Alright, so that takes care of all of that. I'm just going to go ahead and spend 1 to go here. And spend 1 to kind of go here, I guess. And that'll be it for her. And then G will go ahead and draw the last ability. Draw her cards. And that'll take care of that round. Alright, in phase, that's all done. Alright, cleanup phase. Draw new power-ups in the middle of the table until there are power-ups equal to the number of heroines. Okay. Increase the intensity tracker by 1, plus 1 for each hero that lost this turn. No one lost this turn, so just going to go up by 1. Take all bullets in your incoming and put them in your current. Okay, so the way the bullets work. Okay, note the space, blah, blah, blah. Intensity. Okay. If it matches, clear all bullets in the X spaces and place them face down into the incoming area of the heroine to your left. So all these here would be put over here. These here, put over there. These here get put over here. And then these here get put there. Okay. And then, so increase the intensity, take all bullets in your incoming and put them in your current. So all these go in your current. Okay. Next. Set your AP to the highest number. After this, start another blah, 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 blah. Okay. And a new round begins. Okay. Okay. So it was missing the step here about the intensity. The intensity denotes how many bullets each heroine will draw at the end of their round, in addition to the ones in their incoming. Okay, so I believe we were at 4 when we ended it. At the end of their round. So you would do this stuff. Oh yeah, so yeah, I didn't do this part. Draw bullets from the center without looking at them equal to the number of the intensity track. So our intensity track was at 4 a second ago, so we'll go ahead and draw that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's kind of how the game kind of escalates. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Pretty much more and more bullets are going to get added to the circulation until nobody can hold them off anymore. So, alright, so with all that said and done, let's go ahead and keep going. Yeah, that should be everything. I increased the AP track. So the reason why we didn't draw 5 is because it didn't increase until the cleanup phase. You're supposed to draw the bullets from the center at the end during your end phase. So end phase, once everyone does their end phase, you do cleanup. Alright, so the only thing that's remaining is I need to set everyone back to full AP, and then we can start the round again. So again, sorry if it's a little slow. It's a bit faster if I were playing less characters, but I wanted to show off kind of each unique person a little bit. I mean, there's 4 other characters, each with their own complexity and stuff like that. Some are very straightforward, like Esford here, while others are, of course, a little bit more complicated, like Ling Ling. Anyway, alright, so with all that said and done, I have 9 bullets to play around with, which is actually not as bad as before. Before we start, though, let's go ahead and shuffle. Okay. Alright, let's draw. So, 3. Yeah, once you draw it, you have to place it, by the way, so you can't just put it back and be like, alright, I changed my mind. Keep drawing. 2. 1. 3. Alright, what do we got for patterns this time? Alright, let's keep drawing. 4. All right. I'll spend 1. Go ahead and move this over 1. I'm going to spend 2 to move this up 1. And then I'm going to spend 1 to move this down 1. And then I'm going to play Starlight Buster. So these 3 are anything, and then I delete these 3 here. One of them is a star. So I get 1. I'm going to spend it to get 1 action point. Sorry, I keep on Alt tab. I keep hitting Alt thinking that it would just bring up these cards, but they're not cards, they're part of the board. So it just zooms in the entire board. Alright, so I got 3 cards left, and I still got 3 of these to play around with. Not much to work with. We'll go ahead and draw. 3. 1. I'm cutting it close there. Alright, so that gets me that. Alright, I'm going to spend 1, move this over, spend 1 to move this over, and then spend 1 to move this over. And then I'll play Crushing Force. So I'll go by these 3, and then it'll delete these 3. Like so. Alright, and then I have 1 bullet left. I'll go there. Alright, I have 1 AP left remaining. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do with it. I'll spend 1 to move this over 1, and that'll be it, I think. And then I'll go ahead and take the extra AP for her thing. And with that, we'll put those over here. And then I need to draw 5 bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll resolve that. And then she needs to draw to her hand size. Like so. Alright, next. So we're having a bit of a party over here. I'm going to spend 1 to go ahead and move Marielle Marker here, and then play Claymore. Oh yeah, she's all about origami, it looks like. That's why it's called Papercraft. Alright, so the 3, and then anything over here. It's a 3 of any color, by the way, and then it deletes these top 3. And I get... actually, before I play that card, because I'm going to get 2 AP back, let's move this down 1, and then play it. And then we can do this, and then we'll get our 2 AP back. Okay. Then let's go ahead and get started on bullets. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright. Kind of seeing what my options are here. Alright, I'm going to spend 2. Move this down 2. I'm going to spend 1 to move Marielle to any empty space. Spend 1 and 2. Go down 2. Or over and then down. And then I'll spend the last 2 to go here. And then I'll play Papercraft A-Bomb. And I'll delete the 3 in the center. Alright. And then I still have to draw 7 more bullets, and I'm out of AP, and I only have Papercraft Bullet Train at the moment. 1, 1, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's getting a little dangerous. So I can return 2 bullets from your side to the center here. I'm going to go ahead and play this ability. Let me check how that works real quick. That's teams, I'm not worried about those. Use power-ups, and then you'll gain a power-up. To use simply use the effect on the power-up, then discard it to the power-up discard. Okay. So we will discard this to the power-up discard. And we're going to take 2 of these bullets and get them out of here. We'll get rid of the 4, which will go back to the center. And we'll get rid of this 3, which will go back to the center. Okay. And then I have 2 more bullets. 1, 2, and then the last one. Alright. As you can see, it's already getting very crowded here. Alright, so 6 bullets are going to be moved over to here. And then she's going to draw 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts those there. Okay, and then she will draw to our backs, and that should take care of it. Oh, she also needs to take a power-up. Move a bullet to any space. I will take that. So yeah, grab a power-up, draw new patterns, and then draw bullets from the center. Alright, good to go. Goes to Ling Ling. Let's go ahead and draw bullets as our start. Okay. Excuse me. Alright. So there's a few things we can do. Let's spend 1. Actually, no, don't do any of that. I have a card to play with. AR Bomb, version 1. So if I played that card, I would get 2, 4, 6, 9 in total, which would clear 2 bullets from the outside. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and play it, and we're going to delete this pink and this yellow. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw. Draw. And last one. Oh, that was close. I was worried about the blue. Alright, so I got everything out, which is good. Because thankfully, Marielle here didn't actually send very many bullets this way, so that's why it got cleaned up pretty quickly. Alright, so with all that said and done, I'm going to go ahead and draw a pattern from the top of the discard, which will bring me back this. And then I'll go ahead and spin 2. Also no stars, by the way. To move this down to so I'll spend 2 to go here. The reason I did this is so I can play AR Bomb again, but this time it's going to be the total of 10, which means I clear 3 bullets outside the pattern. So I will clear out that, and this. Also, I could have just spent an extra AP from this and get a +1 to the total pattern. In fact, that would have been more efficient. So something to be aware of in the future. Alright, so I'm going to spend an AP to move this over, spend an AP to move this over, spend an AP to move this over, Sorry about that. My headset was doing something weird, so I was just trying to make sure it's still recording. All right. So with all this set up, I'm gonna go ahead and do finger guns, shoot them up. So these the threes here have to be equal, and then I add up what's above them. I'm gonna go ahead and it doesn't really matter if I buff it or not. Yeah, it won't matter if I buff it. So, because I can only delete things outside. I can only delete things outside the pattern unless I get 13 plus. So I'm just going to end up deleting this too, and that'll be it for her turn. So with all that said and done, let's go ahead and move these down, like so. And then I need to get 2 more cards. Also, I actually have 2 AP to play with, so I could have drawn a card and played around with it, but that's fine. Actually, with the 2 AP I have, I'm just going to move this over and move that over. That'll be it. Anyway, should have done that before I started doing the end phase. So, draw cards, move the bullets down, get a power-up. We will get... Actually grab this one, so she can draw more reuse cards if necessary. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add that to the pile. Alright, last is Adelheid. Let's go ahead and get started with her. 2, 4, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, it's also something you can keep track of, is keep track of what numbers you get rid of. So you generally want to send 3s and 4s over to really mess them up. 2. Alright, what do we got to play around with? Alright. Okay, I can work with this. So I'm going to spend an AP to move this down. Spend another AP to move this down. Spend another 2 AP to move this down. Alright, and then I'll play Caloric Crescendo. 2 reds and a blue, and then it deletes these 3. Okay. No stars, unfortunately. And I definitely need to start taking advantage of the stars a little bit. Because I need to flip the colors. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and keep drawing. Alright. Getting in trouble again. And can I make that happen? Yeah, just go for it. Oh! Alright. Definitely took risk there. Alright, so what we can do... Okay, I have 3 AP left. If I go here, then there. Alright. I think I have no choice but to do it this way. So I'll spend 1 AP to move this down 1. I'm going to spend 1 AP to move diagonal 1 space, because that's her thing. And then spend it again to make it go diagonal 1 space. And then I'll play Molten Melody. To clear out these 3. Like so. Alright, I do get a star. I'm going to use that star to flip a token. that's going to be my best bet. Yeah, I'm going to flip this one. So now it's any color. That way I can get prepared for the drop. Alright, and then she gets the last ability. I'm not going to use the one that she drew earlier yet. We're going to go ahead and move these over. Draw to full hand size. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Okay. So all that's taken care of. Let's take a look at the cleanup again, just to make sure. So we need to draw new power-ups. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then increase the intensity tracker by 1. Set AP to max. And take the incoming and put it in the current. Or, not. Come on. There you go. Incoming to current. Set AP. Incoming to current. AP. Incoming to current. AP. Alright. New round. I have 11 tokens to play around with. I'll hit shuffle once on each of these. And then we'll continue. Alright, so first things first, anything I can play around with? No. Yes. There's a few things I can do. I'm going to draw a token first, though. Or a bullet, rather. 4. Alright. Okay, I'll draw another one. 2. 1, 2. Alright, that actually works out well. Okay, so what I can do here is I can spend 1 AP to move down 1. Actually, do I want to do it that way? Yes, that's fine. Alright, so yeah, I'll spend 1 to move down that much. I'll spend 2 to move bullet down any number of spaces. And then I'll go ahead and play free floating, which is going to be this diagonal here, and it's going to delete these ones and give back 3 AP. Alright, and then next, let's go ahead and keep drawing bullets. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's something I can work with. Let's go ahead and... So I'll spend 2 to move this one down as much as possible, or as much as I want. And then I'll spend 1 to move this over 1. And then I'll play Gravity Well, which requires a... Oops, I can't do that one. I need to move this one down 1, then play Gravity Well. So the 3 has to be not everything clear except for the top. And I'll clear out those top 3 bullets. 2 of them are stars, so it'll give me 2 AP back. Let's go ahead and keep drawing. Okay. Anything to play around with? Yep. Let's move this over 1. And then I'll spend another 2 to move this to there. And then I will play Supernova, which requires a red there, anything there, and then I'll clear out these 3. Okay. And then draw. Draw. Okay. It's really risky if I draw blue right now. Alright, so I'm going to spend 2 to move this over to there. I'm going to go ahead and play Black Fang. It's just going to clear out this one bullet using the stuff there. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw one more. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that works out perfectly. I didn't have to use any cards yet. Or didn't have to use any of my action cards. Let's go ahead and draw something. So I can swap 2 bullets in my sight, gain 1 AP, move a bullet to any space, copy another power-up you have. So I could blow up bullets, or I can give myself some AP. I think I'm going to do the move a bullet to any space, just get some variety. Alright, and then all this gets flipped over. As you can see, it's going to get even more crazy in a second. Alright, and then draw cards, blah blah blah. If you need to draw a pattern and have none, shuffle the discard pile to make new deck. Okay, got it. Also, you can go above your hand size, but at the end of your turn, you have to go back down. Okay. Alright, our intensity is 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. Okay. Alright, 11 bullets, and I'm kind of in a messy place. Alright. So a few things I can do. Just kind of looking at what it could be. I can try going for the ones up there. Alright, I'm going to spend 1 to move this down 1. Spend 1 to move this down 1. Spend 1 to move this over 1. I'll go ahead and play Flower Viewing Festival. Using these 3 here, I'll delete those ones, giving her 2 AP back. Okay. Also, I screwed up. Yeah, I think I got the bullets mixed up. No, I didn't get the bullets mixed up because she went first. Okay, good. Alright. So yeah, I was supposed to move those to the incoming. Alright. Alright, so I got my 2 back. What else can I play around with? We definitely need to get these bullets out of the way. Alright. Let's spend 1. Let's move this there. Spend 2 to go ahead and move it down to there. Spend 1 to move that over. And then spend 1 to put Marielle here. And then we'll play Katana, which will delete these 2. Give her an AP back. Alright. Greens seem to be a dangerous number right now, or color right now. Let's go ahead and draw 1. Oh, so yeah, that's going to hit there and fill up this. But even if I had moved, I would have to spend the remaining of my AP to actually make that not kill, do a damage. Yep, and that's another one. So greens are kind of destroying me at the moment. Red. Kind of seeing what I can do here. Let's keep drawing. 2. Alright, so let's keep drawing. Yeah, that's gonna end up killing her if I keep drawing like that. Alright, so she's only got 1 heart left. I'm being pretty reckless here. Alright, so spend 1 to move Marielle here. Spend 1 to move this over. And then I'll go ahead and move a bullet to any space. We'll do this 3 here. And we'll put that there. And then I'll play Papercraft Bullet Train, which I meet all those requirements there. Delete these 2. I get 1 AP back. Okay, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Okay. Sorry, I nudged my cable, which jacked up my my mic again. All right. So yeah, she's alive, barely. I don't have any patterns to play. I have 1 AP left. So we will go ahead and just move this over 1 and call it good. All right. So this is going to go over to that person's current. She doesn't have any other power-ups, so she'll just grab this one. And she gets to draw these. And then she gets to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with 6 there and 10 here, she's going to deal with 16 bullets next round, and all the bullets that are already on her field. If she can survive it, she's going to send a lot of shit to Ling Ling. Speaking of Ling Ling, let's go ahead and get her going. So, let's go ahead and draw. That's a 3, so it goes there. What do we got? So I got Blind Eye Salute. That one's not bad. That one is not bad at all. So I'm going to spend 1 to move this over. So the way it's set up there is essentially opposite ends than the center here, slightly lowered. And then I'm going to spend an additional 1, so my next pattern adds 1. So with this, it goes 3, 6, 9, and then the +1 makes it 10, and then that will clear 3 bullets outside the pattern. So we will get rid of these 2 and that one. Okay. Then we'll keep drawing. Sorry, cat said hello. 2. Yeah. So it's going slow because it's my first time playing and I'm playing 4 characters and explaining things, but as you can see, it can go pretty quick once you kind of understand how the counting and all that stuff works. It's really kind of interesting. I was always a fan of I played Kirby's Avalanche like crazy when I was a kid, and I played a little bit of Tetris Attack, though I wasn't as into that one. Alright, so I'm just seeing if there's anything I can play around with at this point. There is. So what I can do is I can go ahead and do draw a pattern from top of discard, which I'm going to do, and redraw this card because it's amazing. And then I'm going to spend 1 AP to get +1 on my next pattern, play it again, so now I have 10. I'm going to use it to get rid of this 4, this 3, and this 2. And I did get rid of a star that time, so I'll actually get a AP back. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, 3, 2, 3. Alright, anything else I can play around with? I mean, there's a couple of things I could do. Let's keep drawing. Alright. Was playing a dangerous game there. If I had gotten a yellow 4, that would have been a wound. But kind of trying to see if there's anything I can do here. Sorry, cat's just constantly saying hello. Alright, so I'm going to spend 2 AP to move this down. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Tetris Converter version 1. So it's going to be this little cross shape here, and the bottom has to have nothing. So 5, 8, 11. So that's going to be 3 bullets outside this pattern. So it's going to be, I'm going to get rid of this 2, this 2, and this 1. Okay. And then keep drawing. Last one was 8, 2. Okay, that takes care of all of that. See, 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 AP. Go ahead and move this down 3 spaces. And then I'm going to play Deathly Glare, Emission Laser. It's just a straight line. So 3, 4, 6, 9, 12. So I can clear out 3 bullets outside the pattern, which will be these 3. I do get 1 AP back. Not that there's anything I can really do with it. I can move a bullet, and that's about it. And at this point, I think I'm okay with just leaving it be. So yeah, really, really good play by Ling Ling here. Okay, so with all that said and done, let's go ahead and move all that down here. Say hello to all of this for next round. Alright, she gets to draw something. Copy another power-up. She doesn't have any power-ups, so she'll just grab this one. And then she needs to grab 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put that there. 6. Alright. Then she draws to her full hand. Yeah, she's been doing really good. She's been using her pattern cards a lot. Alright. And then it goes to Adelheid. Okay. Adelheid's in trouble with the left side there. And her colors are not the best for what I want to do. Alright, so I'm going to spend an AP. Well, it's either that. I do have the ability to draw from the pattern. I also can return 2 bullets to the center. So yeah, it's not. I can't really do anything with that just yet. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to try to get burning bridges set up. Or alright, you know what? I'll spend 1 AP to move this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then spend 4. 1, 2. No, that is not efficient. Alright, we'll spend 2. Actually, sorry, yeah, she can do diagonals. So yeah, I'll spend 1 to do diagonal. Spend 1 to move this down. Spend 1 to move this down. Spend 2 to move this down. And then I'll play this. Burning Bridges. It's going to delete all of these. This doesn't count as a star regardless. But I did get 2 stars. It's not much I can play around with, to be honest. In fact, I think I'd rather just get the AP at this point. Tell you what, we'll get 1 AP here, and we're going to flip this. Alright, that'll take care of that card. I still need to draw 11, so let's go. Just rip it off like a band-aid. terrible. Alright, what do we got? One. Alright. Okay, that's workable. So I'm going to spend one to move this over, and then I'll play Conduct. So that has to have nothing above it, and then I have to have something here, and then it's a diagonal like this. At this point, I'm not too concerned about the numbers I'm clearing. I just need to clear stuff. Alright. 3 left. Let's go ahead and we'll play this one. And get rid of, bring 2 the things back to the center. It's the only way to actually clear. This is actually kind of interesting because it's one of the few abilities that actually clears things from circulation. Okay. That's not shuffling. 1 second. Is it shuffling now? Is it because I have it? Okay, so you can't shuffle it unless you unlock it. That's good to know. I never knew that. Alright, I'll relock it then. Okay. Did not know that. Okay, so that takes care of all that. So yeah, it takes it out of circulation. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing bullets. Good thing, because it looks like I had a bunch of red waiting for me. Yep, I had a bunch of red waiting for me. Wasn't the worst, actually. I think I could have survived it. I would have just filled up the entire column. So that is that. Is there anything else I can play around with? I have 2 points to play with. Unfortunately... So what makes it hard to use is the only way you can flip the bullets is with stars. So if you don't get any stars, you're very, very much locked by the color you're using. Alright, what we're going to do is I'm just going to spin 2 and move this diagonally twice. I can move diagonally in any direction, so I'm just going to move that up. Alright, and that takes care of her. This gets all flipped over. She gets the last ability here, which conveniently copies a power-up I have. She'll draw up to her hand size. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Done. Alright. Next, draw new power-ups again. Okay. Next, increase intensity tracker. So it's now up to 7. Take all bullets from incoming and add them to your current. $18. 13. 16. 13. Alright, and then set your AP to max. Okay, and that's it. I'm doing shuffling while I do it. Alright, Esther seems to be doing pretty good for herself. Having that extra... I didn't realize how just effective having an extra card in your hand is. Alright, so she goes first. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, so she got Gravity Well again, which is nice. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to spend 1 to move over 1. Spend 2 to move this over 2. Actually, I will not spend those two. Instead, I'm going to use this power, move a bullet to any space, and do it that way, just to be a bit more efficient with our AP. Then I'll play Shooting Star, which will get rid of these three. Because yellow, anything, and then the bottom three. Okay, shuffle and draw. Pink, green. Oh, sorry, that was not green. Green's there. Yellow's there. Okay. It's getting a little spicy. I can't do anything with gravity well, unfortunately, because I got rid of all my threes. But I can spend one to move this over one, spend one to move this down one, and then spend one to move this down one, and play Starlight Buster, which will get rid of these three, and give back an AP. Okay. And then... Alright. Okay. Alright, blue's getting a bit of trouble here. Do I seriously have no threes? Yeah, look at all this. I can't use gravity well because of that. Alright. I'm down to 2 bullets left. I'm gonna spend... Trying to think here how I want to do this. If I can just get something for red. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to spend 1, and then I'll spend 2 to move it up 1. And I'll go ahead and play Escape Velocity and get rid of these 3. Alright, oh, there, that would have saved me some AP, but I couldn't risk it. Alright, so yeah, she was safe. Even if I had grabbed all the bullets, it wouldn't have been enough to do any wounds. So that puts her in a good place. She's only got 1 AP left. Not much to play around with, unfortunately. I can get an AP and then draw a card and hope for the best, but I'm better off just waiting till next round. So yeah, I'll spend 1. To move the blue over 1. Actually, we'll move it over like this. Okay, and then I will pick a card that I want. Draw a pattern from the top of the deck. Okay, clear a bullet, move a bullet to any space. I'll grab that one again. That's pretty useful. All these get moved to incoming. A little bit lighter, only 9 this time instead of 10. She draws back up to her full hand size. Okay. Goes to Marielle, who's got 16 bullets to play around with and only 1 life left. If any of these are 4, she's going to get obliterated. So, how do we want to do this? Alright. Also, I keep forgetting I can just clear a bullet that's around Marielle. That's really something I should be doing more often. That is something I should be doing a lot more often. I mean, it's more efficient to use patterns, but if you can't get the pattern... So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and move Marielle over. Move this over. I'll go ahead and play Papercraft Airplane, which will do this diagonal here. Put those away. Okay, like so. And then let's go ahead and draw some and see what we get. That terrifies me. Okay. Okay, I can make this work. Spend 1 to move this over. Spend 1 to move this over. And we'll play origami falling cactus blossoms. That's going to be this and the diagonals from here. So this is going to give me back 1 AP. Also, let's not flip these yet, just so I know which ones I'm sending off. Alright. So, good news is she's clearing her board. Bad news is there's 15. I haven't really started drawing yet. 3, 1. I mean, I'm going to have to just draw cards at this point. 3. 3. Okay. Yeah, when I start hearing the fuzziness in my mic, I cut it real quick to try to readjust the cable. Fortunately, these headset cables do not last. And wireless hasn't been very promising so far. Okay, let's draw 2 to draw a pattern. Alright, Magnum. Shaped like a gun. A gun. Alright. Not an easy way to do it, though. Let's draw. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm really cutting it close there. Is there anything I could do to make this not suck? Let's move this over 1. And then I'm going to move Marielle here. And then that's all my AP. I do have 1 extra AP ability that I can use. Alright. I'll go and do Papercraft Magnum just to get rid of these 2. It's about the best I can do at this point. And that's a kill. Yeah, 1. Yep, that's going to finish her off. Alright, so what happens when you get defeated? Let's find out. Hitting the heroine, okay. Game end section. Let's do it this way. When you would lose your final life, keep all remaining bullets in your sight, life current, and incoming until the end phase. Until the end phase ends, which that's fine. If all end phases end and there are still live heroines, place all bullets on your board and in your current into the center, then return all bullets in the incoming of the heroine to your left to the center. Okay, I see what it's doing here. So what happens is I keep everything on the board. And then if there's still somebody standing at the end, I take all the bullets that she has and put them in the center. And then the bullets that are currently in her incoming should move on over. Yeah, placing all the bullets in your incoming into the incoming of the heroine to your left. So all this stuff now is going to be going to Ling Ling. This stuff is not going to be added. Well, actually, no, I think it still goes to the incoming. Placing them face down into the incoming area. Yeah, so, yeah, what's going to end up happening is Ling Ling's going to get some trouble. That's what it seems to be. Place all bullets on your board. Okay. So yeah, this stuff still moves on over. So we'll just move it on over. Okay. fall on phases. Okay, I think that's it. So yeah, that's it for her, so we don't need to worry about her anymore. She's good to go. Alright, so it goes to Ling Ling. She's got 13 bullets to play around with. Let's go ahead and start drawing. 2, 4, 1, 3. Alright. 3, 6, 8, 9. Okay. I'll spend 1 to move this over and then play Magnetic Ray version 2. And then also I'll spend the extra to increase my the total by 1. So it's going to be 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 because of the +1. And I get to clear 3 bullets that are outside the pattern, which is going to be have to move them down here for now. Get rid of these. All right. So 3 from the outside the pattern. That's good to go. All right, and then let's keep drawing. 1, 2, 1. Okay. I'll go ahead and say 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, not much I could do with that one. So something to know about this one is you don't actually have, it doesn't have circles around those plus signs, which means they're not required. So I could do not a full pattern for that if I need to. I don't recommend it, but I can do it. If I do 3, 6, 8, 9. Okay, I can do that. So I'm going to swap 2 bullets. I'm going to swap this 1 and this 3. And then I'll spend 1 to go ahead and move this one over 1. And then I'm going to play Critical Overload Flash Blind, or Flash Blind. So the center has to have nothing, and then I add the outside. I'll spend 1 AP to increase the total by 1. So it's going to be 3, 6, 8, 9, and then 10. So I can clear out 3 bullets that are outside. So I'm going to clear out this one, and this one. I do get 1 AP back because of the star. Okay, I've got 1 card left. Alright, that's going to actually do a wound. Oh my god, so much blue. It goes there, sorry. It goes there. Will it be 3, 5, 8? Wow, that's such poor numbers. Okay. What can I do with this? I got 1 more. Oh, I was playing with fire there. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can barely make a 6 here with the calculating. You have to have a minimum of 6 to even clear bullets. Alright, well, there's a few things I can do here. I'm going to spend 1 to move this over by 1. Spend 1 to move this over by 1. And then either I can spend 2 to move it there, or I can spend 2 to make it move any direction by the equal to its number. Either way, it's going to end up here. And then I'll play 3, 6. Yeah, this will actually get me 12 exactly. So I'll play Booster version 0.1. So 3, 5, 8, 11, 12, and I can clear 3 bullets that are outside. I'll clear this, this, and this. This will get me 2 AP back. Alright. Not much I can do here. I'm going to go ahead and just spend my 2 to move some bullets over. Kind of clear that out a little bit. Alright. And these go over here. We're going to grab this, because patterns are really good for her. Alright. And then she shuffles the deck, draws back up to her hand size. And then she gets 7 more. Oh, I didn't even draw 7 for Esper here. I need to actually do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By the way, if the current ever runs out of, or the center ever runs out of bullets, it ends up being a draw. That's what it supposedly says. Anyway, that takes care of her. Let's go ahead and do Adelheid. She has 18 bullets to play around with. She's unwounded. Alright. So anything I can play with right now. Yes, technically. Let me see if there's anything else I would like to mess with. Yeah, it's not going to be the cleanest combo. Let's just draw and see what we get. A 3. Okay. Alright. So... Alright, I'm going to spend 1 to move diagonally, move that there. Spend 1 to move this down, spend 1 to move this over. And then I'm going to spend 2 to do diagonal to there. And then I'll play Wooden Waltz. So face down's going to be any color, so that's why I'm doing it. I'll get rid of these 3. I'll give her the option to flip, or the option to get a star back, or get an AP back. I'll go ahead and flip this one. We'll see what happens. Alright. Just kind of seeing what I can do. Okay, let's draw. 2. Okay, I can work with this, sort of, but let's keep drawing. Okay, that's going to be a wound. Another wound. Okay. And K. Alright. That puts that there. Yeah, it's just not getting the colors I want. Okay. And I'm running out of AP is the problem. Alright, I'm going to spend 1, move this diagonal, then I'll play crossfade to get rid of these 3. Problem is red is still a problem for me. So I'm going to spend 1 to go ahead and just move this over by 1. and we'll see what we can make happen here. 3. 3. 1. 3. That's gonna be a wound. Alright, let's copy another power, which is just gonna be the draw one. And then I'm gonna play this as well and draw this, because I'm about to die anyway, so I might as well see what patterns I can make. So as you can see, it escalates pretty quickly. Like, we went from doing just fine to exploded, which is pretty similar to most bullet hells. Alright. Oh my god. Alright. I can get rid of some stuff, but the problem is I get a yellow, I die anyway. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like I said, I can get rid of 2 bullets here, and that's about it. I can't do anything else. Okay, I can do something with this. Alright, so I'll play the drop. So these could be pink, that could be anything, and then it'll be these 2 here, this 3 here. So it's gonna get rid of that one and that one. And then I'll go ahead and play crossfade. To get rid of these. No stars to speak of, unfortunately. Alright, she's alive. That was all of them. She's not doing great. And I probably was a little overzealous on taking some the spending both my powers at once, but that's how it is. Alright. So with all that said and done, let's go ahead and draw to max hand size. Okay. Also, something I want to check real quick on the characters. Okay, so the difficulty for a character, a heart is easy, and star icons are hard. So Marielle's are hard, and the other 3 are actually easy. So I guess that makes sense that she lost first. Alright, she gets to take something. I'll take the draw pattern one. She has so much stuff that she might as well try to draw as many cards as she can. And then she's going to get 7 more bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and that ends the round. Let's take a look here real quick. Alright. If all end phases end and there are still heroines alive, place all bullets on the board on your board in your current into the center, then return all bullets in the incoming of the heroine to your left to the center. Okay. So that pretty much just means all these incoming get moved over. Oh wait, sorry, no, everything that's in our incoming. Let's see. Place all bullets on your board and in your current to the center. Yeah, I believe that includes the ones that are on her wound bar. Okay, unlock. Okay, and then okay. Then return all bullets in the incoming of the heroine to your left. to the center, placing all bullets in your incoming... Okay, wait. Return all bullets in the incoming of the heroine to your left to the center. Okay, so these go back to the center. Yeah, so the ones that she sent gets returned to the center. And then the ones that are supposed to go to her go to the Ling Ling. Okay, that makes more sense, because, yeah, stacking that stuff would have just destroyed her. Incoming on future rounds, the hero... Okay, that takes care of all that. Draw new power-ups in the middle of the table until there are power-ups equal to the number of heroines. Okay, so there's already a power-up on there, so we just draw 2. The intensity increases by 1. Set everyone's AP to full. And add their incoming to their current. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. AP. And AP. Alright. With all that, it goes straight into Esper, who seems to be the one that's in the lead right now. Alright, 18. Let's go ahead and see what we can play around with. We got Gravity Well again, but we don't have any 3s. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 AP to move this over by 1, and then play 190 million thingamajiggy, so nothing there, and it deletes these 3. And that's going to give her a AP back because of the star. Alright. Should have probably taken a look at Graviton Curtain first, but that's okay. Alright, I'm okay at the moment, so I'll go ahead and draw. Okay. So that gave me a 3 to play around with. 2. Alright. So that puts that there. Oh, that is a wound. Okay, 2 there. Alright. So with that... let's go ahead and... trying to see what I can do here. Yeah, tell you what. We'll move this one down 1, this one over 1, and we'll do Graviton Curtain that way. I know this gets rid of my 3, but that's fine. I'll get rid of these. I'll get an AP back. Okay, and then let's go ahead and draw another. Okay, goes there. Oh, sorry, goes there. Alright, keep drawing. 3. Alright. They're not playing nice. I'm going to spend 1 to go ahead and move this over a button and see what we get next. Alright, 3 goes to there. Okay, that's not the worst. So we'll spend 2 to move there and there. And then I'll play Gravity Well. Oop, I can't play Gravity Well. I have to move 1 more down. Now I can play Gravity Well. Gravity Well, get rid of these 3. Okay. Draw. 3 goes there. 3 goes there. Okay. I'm going to spend 2 to make this go down any number of spaces. then I will play free floating. So it's going to get rid of this one, that one, and that one. I'm also going to go ahead and clear a bullet from my site. Get rid of that one. Okay. I don't have any cards left, which is a problem. So 3, 3, 3, 3. They're all the 3s. 2, 2, 2. Oh my gosh. Alright, last one. Alright. She's alive. And she used every pattern in her hand, which is pretty efficient. So all that's going to go there. It's going to get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put it there. Draw. Okay. She also gets to grab something of her choice. Let's copy a power-up. Alright. Okay, goes to Ling Ling. She's at 16. Yeah, let's go ahead and draw. Actually, let's shuffle, make sure. Alright. 3. Oh, geez. Alright, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and use this to draw a pattern from the top of her deck. Okay, that's something I can work with, sort of. Alright. So, I'm guessing if you... I don't know how the move diagonally works if you can't go any further or if you accidentally hit yourself, so I'm not going to mess with that. I won't experiment with that yet. Alright. So biggest issue is I don't have stars to play around with. Let's draw another and make sure... 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There's a star. Keep drawing. 1. Alright. 1. Okay. So I can go 3, 6. Okay. I'm going to spend 2 to move this down. And then I'm going to go ahead and play AR bomb. And I'll spend an extra to give +1 to it. So that's going to be a total of 3, 6, 8, 9, and 10. So I can get rid of 3 bullets outside. We'll get rid of this. That. Yeah, those and... that one. Okay, I do get 1 back because of the star. Okay. And then let's go ahead and keep drawing. 3 goes there. 3 goes there. 1 goes there. 1 goes there. Really cutting it close here. Okay. So the issue here is I have a lot of low numbers. But I can make it work. So I'll spend 1 to move here. Spend 1 to move here. And I'll go ahead and do flash blind. So this center is clear. 3, 6, 9, 12. So I can clear out 3 outside the pattern. Don't know which ones I would go for, but I can clear 3 outside the pattern. We definitely want to get rid of our low numbers, just so we can have more stuff to play around with. Okay, still have to get through 8 bullets, unfortunately. But I can go spend 1 to go here, spend 1 to go here, and then play Repulsion Ray. 3, 6, 9, 10. So that's enough to get 3 bullets out off the board again. We will get rid of the 2. A yellow. And a green. Okay. Only got 1 pattern left. It's not one I can really work with. 3. 1. 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1. 2. 1. And 1. Holy cow, we didn't take a damage. Alright. All those low numbers. I have 1 AP left. 3, 6, 9, 12. I can spend 1 and move this down 1 and do a pattern, but it'll just be 3, 6, 7. It'll clear out 2 bullets. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it just so I can use the pattern. So 3, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough to clear 2 off the board. I'm going to clear out these 2. Alright. Alright. A little messy there, I apologize. Okay, takes care of that. And then the thing she's going to take is destroy 1 bullet. And then she needs to add 7 to her thing, or 8 to her thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. Okay, and then it goes to Adelheid, the last person. Let's see what we can... Oh, also she needs to draw cards. So 1, 2, a 3. Okay. Alright, next, Adelheid. Anything she can play around with. Sort of. Everything's positioned in just the right way to ensure that I can't do anything useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 to move this diagonal 1, and then I'll do crossfade because this can be any color. Get all these. I can either flip a color, or I can get an AP back. Let's I don't want to flip a star. We'll flip this one. Then I'm going to spend an AP to move you diagonal. Spend an AP to move you diagonal. And then spend 2 AP to go ahead and move you all the way over. Oh, I can play this, by the way. I'm going to draw a pattern. I should have probably done that first. Okay, that's not useful. I don't think that was a 3. It wasn't. Okay. In any case, I will go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and play Wooden Waltz. It's not efficient, but I need to clear stuff off the board. Alright, 1, a 2. There's a 3. I don't want to do that yet. Let's just draw 1. 4. Oops, that's 5. 4. Okay, well that's a defeat. Yeah, even if I was thinking about doing Beethoven just to get position for it, but it wouldn't have done anything to the blue row, so it would have eliminated her one way or the other. And I was going to run out of AP. So that takes care of her. So I don't need to worry about her incoming. So that's going to all move over. Draw power-ups until the max equal to the number of players. The incoming goes in there. There we go, good enough. Some of these are not being flipped, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Alright, everyone's... So that was 8. This goes up by 1. All incoming goes into current. All goes into current. So this being played all at the same time, it'll be whoever loses first, essentially. But we'll make do. All right. So Esper, I'll shuffle that. Shuffle that. All right. Let's see if we can make things happen here. Kind of seeing what I can do here. All right, I'm going to spend 1. Oh, sorry, I have to reset everyone's AP. Forgot to do that. All right, so can Esper survive a round? That is the good question. All right, so I'm going to spend 1, move over 1, and go ahead and play Black Fang, which will be these 2, and get rid of these 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend 1. Move this down 1. Then play Graviton Curtain. These 3s are equal. Get rid of those. Get a star so I get 1 back. Let's go ahead and shuffle and draw. 3 puts her there. Not the best situation. 1. Okay, I can work with that. I'll spend 1. Move over. Play Supernova. Get rid of these 3 bullets. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 to move 1 over. Spend 1 to move 1 over. And then draw. 3, 1. 2, 1, 2. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play Crushing Force. Which will get rid of these 3. I'm going to go ahead and spin 2 to draw a card. Fortunately, it was not a good one. 1. Alright. Pretty much no matter, if I draw a pink, it's going to go across, and I don't really have the means to play around with that. Okay, I got my yellow. Alright, that is a problem. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'm going to spend an AP to move. I'm going to spend this to get an AP back. Spend this to move a bullet to any space. Move that down. Spend an AP to move this over. Should have probably did this sooner. Play Shooting Star. Which would take out these three. Okay. Actually, sorry, I'll use a copy of a power-up. I'll keep the AP one. So I'll copy the AP one to get back an AP. Alright, let's keep drawing. One, I don't have any cards left, so... Two. Yeah, at this point. Yep, that's an end for Esper. Now I still have to play out her turn, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Shuffle, because it's possible I think both of them lose. Let's see. Yeah, so they have to finish the round without losing. Alright. So can she finish the round without losing is the question. Let's draw. 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. It'll be 3, 6. Alright, so I'm going to spend... Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 11. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 to move this, or actually I have to spend 2 for that. So either way, move that there. Or I'll spend 2 to move here. That'll give me 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Using booster. So that's going to get rid of 3. I'm going to get rid of that one, and that one. Get back 2. Okay, and then I'll spend 1 to move here, spend another 2 to move this one down to there, and play Blind-Eyed Salute. And I'll spend an extra to increase it by 1, so it'd be 10. And then use that to get rid of all 3 of these. Okay. Alright, and then let's go ahead and keep drawing. It's going to be pretty tough to pull this one off. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 to draw a pattern. Give me this one, it looks like. Alright, let's keep drawing. 2. Puts that there. Okay, all my diagonals are just short. 2. Alright, so I can almost do a diagonal there. Alright. 3, 6, 8, 9. So I can do that. Actually, I can't do it that way. I might. Hopefully, I didn't mess up the magnetic array. I might have been doing that. So remember, you can't rotate it. I can't do like this or flip it. So I might have made a mistake there. All right. Well, in any case, let's keep drawing. 2 goes to here. Okay. It's a wound. It's also a wound. All right. I'm going to have to play things. All right, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any way I can get some respectable numbers, but it doesn't look like it. All right, so I'll spend my last AP to move this down, play magnetic ray. That's 8 there, so I get rid of 2. I'll get rid of this bullet and this bullet. It'll give me an AP back. And then I'm going to use destroy a bullet from sight to get rid of this one. And then draw. 2. 1. Alright. I do have an AP left. Move this over. I'll play Sologram Bullet. Which will get me a 5. Nope, that won't be good enough. That won't work. If there was just a better way to get I can get 4. Yeah, I need to get 8 is the problem, and I can't get that with what I have. So we're just going to draw and see what happens. Yep, that'll kill her. Alright. So all in phases. Okay. If all in phases end and all live heroines would lose, the heroine with the least bullets in their current wins. If this number is a tie, proceed to sudden death. Alright. 3, 1. So technically Esper wins. Because she has the least amount in her current. So Esper actually wins. Even though she technically died first, but you have to be able to survive the round. And if both sides die, it's based off the total. So there you go. Not too bad. Just to kind of quickly show off some of the other characters. We got Senka Kasun. Draw a bead. You put crosshair markers in any space in your sight. And your pattern's clear from every crosshair that meets the requirements. And crosshairs and bullets can be moved into the same space as each other. When placing bullets, don't skip over spaces with just a crosshair. And then apparently you are lagging. There we go. Then we got this person here. When you use a pattern, move all bullets on one arrow. On an arrow, one space in the arrow's direction simultaneously. When moving bullets, they would move into or move one space in the direction they are moving. This can chain. Bullets can move out of your sight on the left, right, and top and clear when they do. So you can essentially send bullets off to the side. Alright, and then we got, this person only has 2 life, but patterns indicate a color at the bottom, and bullets that share a color with the top card of your discard are cleared instead of hitting you. So essentially, she becomes, the moment she plays a pattern, she becomes immune to 20% of the bullets. Also, she has the ability to, with 5 AP, she can actually heal herself. So she does have options. And then the last one, of course, is you have 3 life, 6 AP, and 9 patterns. When you use the 3rd pattern in a round, clear all 3 bullets in your sight Oh, clear all 3 bullets. The number 3 bullets in your sight. 3 bullets in your sight are all numbers. So he gets a bunch of benefits for dealing with threes, and then apparently has 9 patterns. So I'm guessing he just draws them all at once. I don't know. That's kind of weird. In any case, that was Bullet. Sorry it took so long. Generally, if you're playing with other people and stuff, you can get through a game within 30 minutes easily. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's a boss fight mode, but I'm probably not going to mess with that anytime soon. So for right now, I am the Depressed Eater. This was Bullet on Tabletop Simulator. See you guys next time.